Careful! Are you caught on the front right?
We are on a remote track in the upper elevations of Oregon. Snow camping and snow driving. Come along for our adventure as we see how far we can go and if we're gonna get stuck.
Yup.
Let's go. Tree fell down and blocked our path. Thankfully, we brought our saw. Now, normally this would be used more for branches because our camper is so tall, but I think we're gonna try to cut through this tree here and then get it off the road and clear it so we can get through, and if somebody else wants to get through, they can do that as well. So I think this is probably right around here is about as much as we can cut through, so let's give it a shot.
All right. This is our little Dewalt pull saw. We've never used it on something quite this big. But it actually looks like it's doing pretty well. Woo! Get all the way through it?
Just a little more on this side.
All right, that's amazing. A lot bigger than I was expecting that saw to do. Woohoo! All right, we're gonna move this and then we're gonna move on.
Ooh, check this out. We're out in one of the remote roads up here in the mountains and there's an old abandoned house. Let's go take a look at that.
So we're inside the old abandoned house and it looks like it's seen better days. Guessing.
Pretty nice. Look at the wood floor.
This is probably a kitchen maybe?
Yeah.
Or was?
The ceiling's starting to fall down a little bit.
Yeah, it does. Whoa. Something's made its nest in the ceiling.
Look how much of the house is over here.
Wow.
It's actually probably 2-3 bedroom house, plus a lot of other stuff. Watch out for all the rusty nails. So I've heard people say that hard shell campers can't fit in the forest because of the trees. And I will say, there's been a few that we've had to deal with a little bit, but
a little dodging.
It's amazing how much you can drive through with a hard-sided camper. Now, this is a narrower camper, so that does help. But realistically, we're about 2 feet higher than a pop-up camper, so it could make a difference sometimes with tree branches. Will we clear this tree? This one looks a little bit sketchy. Let's find out. Oh yeah, we got over it, no problem. This is turning into a rough track here. It is very muddy, and it looks like we got another down tree here. There's also some bear prints through the mud here, so that's always interesting to see.
A little unnerving. Is there a less muddy spot we can put her?
Okay, so we have a muddy descent with a washed out road and a tree, and this is a really interesting route.
Combination of things.
Okay, let's see if we can climb up here, get out of the tree. Oh yes, okay. We made it. That was sweet. It's getting to be an interesting climb. We're on this narrow track, now in the snow, climbing hill, and we've been dodging all these tree branches. Quite interesting, to say the least.
It has been.
Through the snow, through the woods, to Grandma's house, or somewhere.
Somewhere.
We got on a nice gravel Forest Service road, but it's got the snow again. We're finally making some good time, getting a little higher speeds. Hopefully we'll make it through the forest today and tomorrow to our destination. It's quite an epic tour here to be able to get through all these. So we'll see. Shortcut possible routes to bypass some of the trail. This area got burned really heavily. I'm guessing it was in the last firestorm that just hit Oregon area here this summer, and appears it probably has been used for maybe even fighting the forest fire. So thought, well, maybe we'll give it a try. It's not really that muddy, but it's a pretty rough track. We'll see if we can actually get through here or not.
That seems like a part of the road might be gone.
How far can we go your way?
You can keep going my way.
Well, we walked up our shortcut and it looked as though the road degraded fairly significantly, and decided it was not worth us taking the risk on it. So we decided to turn around.
You've got room on my side to come
and
over.
Head back down the way we came. Another tree busted.
Couple of trees.
All right, looks like we're busting out the saw. We got the tree cleared out.
Woohoo!
Our little pole saw met its match with size of tree diameter. We had to cut it twice in 2 different sections to actually get it pulled out of there. And yeah, it was a pretty good sized tree for the little saw, but we got it cleared out. So now we're gonna roll on through. Whoa, check out this awesome spot.
Beautiful.
Our campsite for tonight. What do you think of it, babe?
I think it's beautiful.
It's pretty crazy when you're driving these crazy tracks because you have no idea really where you're going to end up, because I mean, you get slowed down and roads get washed out and you have to go around places. So it's pretty fun. And sun was setting, so we ended up finding this epic open spot.
Yeah.
It'll be perfect spot for tonight, and we'll continue on our trek tomorrow. Do you like the pole saw?
I do like the pole saw. It is actually very nice and very efficient, and it gets up in the tall places where I can't reach without climbing the trees, which climbing the trees can be a little awkward sometimes.
Excellent.
Hello.
We're officially over 6,000 feet in elevation and climbing to, I think, 7,000 feet.
Yes.
And it's officially getting pretty deep and actually snowing pretty good here. So we might have to air down a little more. We're still pretty high PSI, so we're really expecting this much snow. But apparently there's some other tracks ahead of us, so we're not the only people that have come up here, so that's always nice to see when you're rolling heavy like we are. Woohoo! We made it to the peak of the mountain, over 7,000 feet in elevation, and the wind is ripping up here. You can probably see the snow flying sideways, but let's definitely try to push our camper around a bit. And I guess now we're going to be heading down gradually in elevation as we head back down, but most of this track is going to stay above 6,000 foot, so it's going to be an interesting track as more snow comes in today and tomorrow. So we'll just see how far we can make it, hopefully the whole way, because at some point we'd actually have to turn around and come back this way, which could be interesting. Oh my, is it another tree?
It looks like another tree. Actually, it looks like 3 of them.
We're
let's do a quick mover.
You know, you just use the handsaw?
Maybe. Let's see.
Woohoo! fresh tracks, fresh snow. We're the first person to make tracks back here. It's super exciting.
Which has been surprising given how remote our roads have been.
Finally aired down our tires. The front are at 20 PSI now and the rear is at 30. We're gonna see how that does. It seems to be floating a lot better and not working as hard to go, which is awesome. And we've got probably about 50 miles, I'd estimate, left on this track. And it kind of dumps us out near Lapine, Oregon. And we'll see if we can get through it, because it's got some climbs that go up to 6,000 feet or so, and is very not traveled.
No.
So it could be interesting. We'll probably camp out somewhere up here too as well tonight.
True.
We're getting a lot tighter in the forest here. Got some more trees brushing the camper and a couple more down ones ahead, so we may have to bust out the saw again. Looks like some of those branches got snapped off. Somebody
came through.
Yeah.
We found a snowy and slightly wet place in the mountains. Our treks are really deep. It is rather deep snow, but this section is super wet. Very, very moist.
I think we're pushing some snow with the axle at this point, but we're still making progress. So I think we'll keep pushing on, see if we can make it the whole way. I think we have a couple hundred feet of elevation still to gain. So we got into an interesting situation. We decided, since the light is almost up, that we were going to turn around kind of in this clearing where all this logging operation is going on. Fortunately, I think we got hung up on a log or rock or something underneath, and so we are totally stuck. We're going to try to winch forward against that tree and then see if we can get turned around and head down to some lower elevation just to get out of the snow, because we have no idea how much snow is going to happen tonight. I mean, it could be a foot, 2 feet, and being up at this elevation could get really interesting. So figure, go down elevation, see what it's like in the morning, see if we want to try to finish this track or take a easier Forest Service road back out. So
yeah,
we'll see. We're gonna be rolling out in the dark for sure, but I guess we've got to get out of this situation first. So let's see how it goes. Got the winch hooked up. We're gonna give it a little pull here and see if it can pull us out or over this thing, whatever is going on here. Oh, we're going up over something.
Head east toward National Forest Develop Road 3021 Road.
I think I'm gonna go forward just a little more so we can hopefully get some movement here with the truck and see what was causing it to get stuck.
let's go! You need to go as hard driver as possible. Careful! Are you caught on the front right? That was snow. That's the snow drift that was in the middle of the truck. Okay, that might be a log under your rear right. I don't know that you want to go any further in. Go ahead, I don't know. I think your rear right is stuck on a log. So you're gonna need to go forward. Try to back up now, and then swing passenger when you do it. No. Yes. Okay, now go ahead and pull forward driver. Let's see how far around we can get you. Because I think there's a log right there. Keep going. You've got it. You've got it. You've got it. You've got it.
Okay, let's try that.
Yep, let's try and get you. So back passenger. All right. So you need to stay driver in this track.
Okay.
So come towards me. More driver, more driver. There you go. Passenger. Doing good, babe, doing good. Excellent. Woo, that's our rock. Nice work, back on track. So as you can tell, we may have played in the snow a little rough, but we'll be back together soon.
We made it!
Yay!
That was amazing. I figured there might be some obstacles in there, and there was. So
Turns out.
now we just are gonna retrace our tracks down to around 5,200, 5,300 foot elevation and find a place to camp for the night and see what tomorrow looks like.
Yeah.
Back through the Narrows. Seems narrower at night.
It does.
I don't know how that's possible. Thanks for watching our epic Oregon snow adventure. Be sure to tune in next week for part 2 and give us a thumbs up. We'd appreciate it. We'll catch you next time. Thanks so much for watching.